lot of fry, so they've already spawned at some point, so I don't need to worry about any of that. And boiling already, it's only been on like a minute. And I've opted for the island again for the feature, but I've only set up here because yes, there is John coming now. We've got to do social distancing because of the current situation, but as long as that peg doesn't get taken, where that person is basically, which is a dummy, John can set up there if he wants to. But this little bit here, I've never had no success here. Fishing it from that side, I've been alright. Fishing it from here, I've only ever caught one fish, and that was a little tiny tench, like yay big. Now there is only one downside with this place. It's a sun trap. Yes, doesn't matter where you go. Apart from first thing in the morning, here you're sheltered by the edge as the sun's rising. Other than that, you got sun on you all day. And I forgot the sun cream. You always forget something, don't you? And I forgot the sun cream, so I'm gonna go home looking like I'm gonna be as red as that. Right, so I thought I'd show you the rig. So I've just literally had a carp, but just lost it down at the net. So the rig itself worked absolutely beautiful. So here she is. Just a box standard quarter boom onto the running, and then here's my running system. Dump the lead. Doesn't look very pretty, as you can see. There's loads of tail rubbers there, but you'll see why. Right, so the lead inserts, you just need a little bit of the plastic one. You push that into the top one, like so. Then all you do, one tail rubber goes into there, that goes over into there, neating it all up by straightening it out and whatnot, and that's how it works. So what happens, watch my cup, carp comes along, pulls the actual rig itself, so if I hold the lead like it's on the bottom, pulls the actual rig and then drops. Effortless, absolutely effortless. Hard fighting carp, just literally about to lift it into the net and then just spat the hook out. That's the only downside of barbless hooks, as you well know. I put my peg into there, into that. Right battle, epic battle, all over there, all over it, a lot. Now, I wouldn't use this for a long range cast. This is just literally a short range jobby. Because of that, the last thing I want to do is have a lot of tension through that and then it pull, and it might actually pull this out. So no more than 60 yards really, I'd say on this. So let's get back in there. Little bait intake tip. It's only for up baits, stuff like that. So barbless place, it's easier because you can keep all your components and just do it again. So here's what I do. There's my little corn tipper, a boilie, and then the ring on the bottom was just got the tied on. You can heat it up a little bit more if you want to, but in here it doesn't really matter. So that's one of them. There's another one. So I can keep a fresh bait going on every time. And then here's one what I'm thinking about going for a rig change. So I'll show you how easy it is, because I use the ring spinners, swivels. So I use the size 11s. Right. So I've got my hook. I've got a bit of tubing. Tubing goes over the eye of the hook. So it's there ready. I get my bait, push the ring on, hook bead, put the hook bead on. Don't need to worry about setting it all yet. You need to set it when you actually tie it onto your spinner. So it's a matter of case now, instead of leaving the rod out of water for X amount of time, just literally bring the rod in, slide the tubing up the hook, like so. Take the hook off, put this one on, slide tubing back down. It's done. If I don't want to be messing about with loads and loads of hooks, then it's just literally take the hook bead off, put that to one side. Like I say, barbless way you're alright. Micro bar than that, it's a bit tricky, you'd have to cut it off. So take the hook bead off, put your new bait and ring on, put your new hook bead on, slide up your tubing back again over your spinner swivel, chuck it back in, simple as. Put a little PVA bag on there as well if you wish to. But like I say, it's just a matter of case of getting this set, so where that would be up there, so I'm using that also as like a blowback tube sort of thing, and then I'll bring my hook bead round to there, and that's how I'd fish it. There we are. But because I need to actually get it on there, I leave it all right down there, so I've got access to the eye. A baiting tip for you, quick and easy, keep your rods in the water, you'll catch more fish. This is the reason why you don't send your partner bait shopping. One job. Although, yeah, she's normally cracking at everything like the food and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'll give her credit for that. One job I asked for. Warburton's Blue. Well, can't you just have the normal cheap stuff? No. Well, the fish won't know, will they? Yes, it's got to be Warburton's Blue. Alright, okay, I'll go and get you some. Cool. Yeah, I got you 2 loaves of bread. Cool. Yeah, throw him. Where is it? Looking for the blue Warburton bags and that, as you do. Still nothing out from me. John's hauling a few. Typical me in summer, just doesn't work, and now you know why I go through winter. Hate the sun anyway. Can't catch fish. Lake gets round, but luckily there's been no line crossing. There has been one guy casting over to the other guy, and he got pissed off and buggered off home because of it. Me and John in the corner, we're all right. Just had one down in this corner. Come up for a bit of bread. Wasn't a powerful suck, it was just like a gently pulling. Smashed it all up in its mouth and then blew it back out. So it's obvious that they're definitely not feeding on it yet. So just testing it and playing with it at the moment. Right. Oh, it's going back to the bloody car again. So this is John. This is who got me into fishing that. But he's not just a fisherman. He is like the best mate, father, you name it, he's everything. We'll wait till he comes back. So he's bitting and bobbing at the minute. Say hello, John.
Hello, secret weapons.
Hello, secret weapons. They look nice, them, mate.
Secret weapons.
Oh, they look like a little bit like tigers, mate.
They are tigers.
Yeah, I thought they might have been.
They came back from France.
Now, we can't get too close for obvious reasons. Yeah. Just for this, like, eh?
Don't look great, do I?
Well, it's a place what you got to keep the bait going in, definitely.
Always keep your bait going.
Yeah, I'm not saying the place where we're right. It's just memory lane with an old-time memory fisherman. Yeah. This guy is my father. It was my boss. It was also my landlord. Everything all rolled into one.
If you can call it all that, yeah.
And angler's buddy all the time. We was always going, weren't we, mate?
Well, yeah.
Fish pretty much 7 days a week, and then we used to go to work at night.
Good old DJing.
Yeah, good old DJing. Hey up, what? Can't just heads first, aren't they? So it's on the feed. That's the first sign I've seen for a long time, actually. There we are, again, not same one. Onto the float. straight onto the bread. There we are. Right, so fish is all back safely. Yep. Now, what I'm used to doing is weighing in the white. But look what the white is. It's kilos, yellows, pounds. So that came up at 4.5 kilo, which is £10. So, not a big one. But welcome. There we are. Number 2 out. Gammy lips. His lips was like, well, his mouth, should I say, was like that. The amount of times I'll put the bait actually in his mouth. Yeah. That's what happens with barbless. Oh. Sun's gone away, that's why. Oh, yeah. Right. Why, yes. So they're getting bigger. Now, I don't know if you can tell by the belly on it. That's a beauty. Turn around. Ain't behaving now. There we are. That's the type I like. Yeah, that's the type I like. £15. Well, 15.2. Oh, I've got to run now. I've got to run. I've got another one double take, mate. Oosh. Now let's get this one back. Look at that. Not big. What stunning colours. Oh yes, stunning colours. Let's get you back then, mate. It literally, I dropped it in, boof, took it straight away. Nice sized lips on this one. Get back down this way. You're not going in there. You're not going in there. I want a longer rod. Controlled. Like a long fish. Open water to the snags. And it's come towards me because it's thundering down there on a tight clutch. Out. Out. Oh, it's going on. Oh, it's out. Not a chance. Don't want the net. It don't want the net. Head up, keep it up, keep it up. Get in. No. In the net. And here we are. I will chuck it on the scales to see what it is actually. But as a guess, I would have said about a 10. Yeah, as a guess. Yeah, if you ever see me doing that, it means that they've got a smashed up mouth and it's not one what I want, so I'll lift it out and then go again. Better one. Yes, a better one. All in the bottom. Come on, guys, that big stick. Come on, fishy run. There. Oh yes. This is what I like about the stalking side. You can pick your fish. there's nothing better watching the bait go in the mouth, whether it's bottom bait, top bait, whatever. Trying to get into them reeds. It's having a couple of lunges trying to go out, but it's mainly trying to go in that corner. Sting, sting, sting. Try and get higher up. You've got a lot of fighting fish like this. There we go. Nope, win again. Really giving it some now. A little like rod like this compared to a 12-foot job, it's beautiful. In the net. Right, here's Doris. You alright, Doris? Got a nice bum on it, haven't you? I've got another one around there. Might go and have a play with her, see what she's like. Oh, you can probably have a better scale of the lake now. That's if you can see it with a sunlight. Oh, get out of that, it's stinging. Oh. Try to use these reeds and the car for shade on my legs. Can't do nothing about my arms. Right, they're starting to come back. I do want to get it out open water, but just can't do it with that lot. Can't do it. I don't want to bring you out eggs to the sun. You'll just see that. Open water now. Sink the net. Right, they're coming in. Ain't liking this there. Epic battle. Not going to bother weighing it. Right, well, I'm scaled down now. I was scaled down anyway. I was just literally doing that bit of stalking. Just got the net on the sling drying. Everyone else is clearing off as well. But I thought I'd try one last time. Come on, Doris, let's have a kiss. She ain't having it, is she? No. Pull the birds. Can't pull the women. She ain't even got a good dress sense, look. Unless that's the stuff we're getting hit with, lads. Poor Doris. Yeah, I'm getting swanned and geesed out now anyway, and the bites are slowed down. To be fair, round this side, I've had most of them now anyway. I just seem to be catching the same fish now. So I've had one a couple of times, which is a smallmouth, bashed up mouth. There was nothing else coming up, so it's like, let's go for him. Took it, had him on, blaming that lot, cracking fight, say how big he was. And then bumped off, and I thought, well, that saves messing. Put it in again, and he came back up again. Yeah, same one. Took the same, well, not the same bait, but the same sort of thing. Took it again. But that's it, I'm off home now. I've had enough. I'm burnt like hell. I've had a good time. I've met John. Sort of John out with his little bits and pieces, like his cookery and leads and whatnot. And Mrs. Gave him a bag of sweets because he does like his sweets. And I'm about to bring this down. Yeah, find the car keys, we're over there, in there somewhere, and then shoot off. So, till the next one.